All right, beautiful day out here in the Wichita Mountains. I'm on the northern side near Mears. Today I am looking to summit Mount Sheridan. This is one that I've been wanting to climb for over 3 decades. I've been staring at this peak since I was a little guy. So pretty excited about today that I finally have access to get out here and reach the summit. So anyway, beautiful day. Supposed to be a lot of rain moving in tonight, so I should have plenty of time to work with though to reach the summit of this 2,400 foot peak. Here we go. Yeah, it's one of those bridges right there. A lot of that along the Medicine Creek here. It's really wild. Probably good as place to cross as any. Really hoping not to run into any snakes today. I think it's just cold enough where it shouldn't be a worry. Boy, this is really mossy. Be careful. There's Tarbone Mountain, Poko Mountain, that long one, and of course Mount Sheridan, the main event right there. Really beautiful out here. Unfortunately, there's parts of this that burned several years ago. It was a really bad fire. I can remember it. It started in the refuge and it swung all the way around and came back in the far west side of the refuge. It caused a lot of damage. It was terrible. Burned a few houses down out here in Mountain Village. Get a good view of that in a minute from the top of Mount Sheridan. Really crazy. So when I was real little, probably between 2 and 5 years old, my grandparents lived in Mountain Village just across the Medicine Creek. You'll be able to see it from up here. But I loved coming out here. Had a huge sandbox in the garage actually. I know that sounds really weird, but it's absolutely beautiful. And I don't know, just always wanted to get out here and climb some of these mountains. Came out here and did some snake removal last summer, and I was able to gain access to this because it says private property. You don't want to trespass. So, but it's just amazing. It's beautiful out here. Been wanting to get out here and hike this area for easily 3 decades. Another one of those water crossings. There's Tarbone Mountain right there. This one's really flowing good. I'll tell you what, it hasn't rained in a few days, so I'm really surprised that there's this much water out here. Beautiful. All right, started the climb up Sheridan. It's pretty much gonna be like this for quite a ways. So I want to knock this out before it got too hot, where this is just completely overgrown, overrun with snakes, ticks, all that good stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of this, and it's steep to boot. Heading up. Still on the way up, heading for the saddle. Looks like the easiest place. Looks like there's a lot of places to get up along the rocks, but it looks like I can just walk up that saddle and be on the top, so that's the way I'm gonna go. Starting to get a lot steeper. It's steep. I haven't hiked in a while. I'm definitely feeling it. Almost there. Pretty view. It's really opening up. Nearing the summit. All right, made it to the saddle. At least the beginning of the saddle. True summit's just a little ways that way. There's Mount Roosevelt. Never seen it from this angle. Right down there's the Holy City. Central Peak is back off over there. And you can see Fort Sill on the horizon. Trying to catch my breath. It's Cross Mountain, Mount Sherman, Arapahoe Point, Mount McKinley. They're all over there. I don't see the north perimeter fence to the refuge. I know it's down there. Yeah, so after I reach the summit of this guy, I'm just gonna try to go in a big loop over towards Tarbone Mountain. So we'll see if the refuge fence stops that or not. Yeah, great view. All right, that would be the summit. Now I'm closing in on it. Boy, this northeast, northwest side is just so steep. You can't even see over the edge. Just straight down. Well, it took me 38 years, but here I am. The summit of the 2,460 foot Mount Sheridan, 4th highest peak in the Wichita Mountains. There's that bridge down there over Medicine Creek that I took my intro video from about an hour, 15 minutes ago. That's probably the real high point. Looks like it's about the same height as what I'm standing on. Hell of a view from up here. You can see Rush Lake and Jed Johnson Lake. Still see the Holy City. Mount Scott, Lake Latonka. You can even see Lake Ellsworth on the horizon behind the fans. Lawton. Not the best day of visibility, but I'm not going to complain. And of course you can see all the way out to the Charon's Garden area. I can see Sunset Peak. I can even see Navajo Mountain up by Altus. Saddle Mountain, of course. And then way on the horizon you can see Haley Peak, the highest mountain in the Wichita Mountains, which sits completely on private property. Boy, it is beautiful up here. Yeah, these are some major cliffs along this guy. You gotta really watch the step on the edge. I mean, it looks climbable. It's probably a low class 5. Alright, this feels like it's probably the true summit. It looks to me like it's the highest point. Beautiful. You can see so far. Just an amazing view from up here. You know, this is one that I honestly didn't think I'd ever get a chance to climb, and you know, I'm able to, so it's just amazing up here. The sun's come out. It's turning to be a really nice day. So right, see Camp Yeshua, where I started, is back over there. Mountain Village is just across the creek. That's where my grandparents lived when I was real little. And you know, I used to just stare at these mountains, and it's really when I fell in love with mountains in general, just because I saw these all the time. And I don't know. You know, I can't believe it's taken me this long to get out here, but you know, I'm finally up here. So I don't have a whole lot of time left. I think I'm going to try to walk the ridge back across Poko Mountain, maybe. Just going to look at the time and see what I've got. Start making my way back. But just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take the view in for just a few more minutes and then start the trek down. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move on. I'm going to walk that ridge towards Poko Mountain, and then once I hit my cutoff time, I'll start heading back to the camp and get on out of here. This was really cool. Really enjoyed this climb. It was pretty steep in some places. You know, I was hurting a little bit because it's been so long since I've hiked. But you know what? I made it. That's all that matters. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the trek down. Start heading back. Almost forgot to get a pano with the GoPro here. It's really hard to take this view in. I mean, pictures and video won't do it justice. You gotta see it for yourself. But it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Probably said that 30 times though in this video so far. Alright. Surprising how steep this thing is. Even the top up here. Alright, so I'm on my way down Sheridan. I'm gonna go see if I can get across Poko Mountain and then see how close to Tarbone I can get. I think Tarbone's about 50 feet shorter than Sheridan, so it's 2,400 feet as well. And Poko's 2,225, I believe, so it's a couple hundred feet shorter than Sheridan. It's still pretty good size, but approaching from up here, it shouldn't be so bad. My favorite time of year, man. Seen blue bonnets today, Indian paintbrushes, but they're all starting to bloom. Fastest way up these is just a jog. it's gonna hurt anyway. And also hurt at a faster pace. So I was on that summit probably 15 minutes ago and I was talking about how steep it is. And it's just insane. It's almost straight down. Man. All right, coming off of Sheridan, I'm about to start going up Poko. Poko's kind of long. It's like Wall Mountain, but not near as long. So I'll climb to the top of that and then go over it. And then see how much time I have left. You can see Rush Lake and Central Peak right back in there. It's pretty cool. And you can see Mount Marcy peeking up over the top. Just back in there. I haven't seen any critters at all. Dude, I figured it was a little too chilly for snakes, but I mean, I haven't seen any deer. You know, I'm still north of the boundary fence for the refuge, so I wouldn't expect to see longhorn or buffalo or even elk in this area. But I haven't seen anything. Pretty uneventful so far, except for the beautiful views. Yeah, so I was up there about 30 minutes ago. Man, that was a long slog going up the side of that. Anyway, starting to get towards the top of Poko Mountain. I know this is not the summit. This will be a false summit because it's real long, but it should get a lot less steep here shortly. Taking a peek back at Sheridan real quick. Taking a break. I'm almost to the summit of Poko Mountain. I'm actually real close to the top right now. That's Tarbone Mountain coming into view there. This may be the last one I summit today. Pretty sure the refuge boundary is going to stop me from getting to the top of Tarbone. And if there's a fence there, I will honor it. So I just have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm going to make my way to the top of this to say I made it. Tell you what, I don't even want to know how many rattlesnakes and stuff are out here underneath these rocks. You come out here when it's about 10 degrees warmer, whew, it would be infested. I'm sure not that many people actually hike up here, if anybody. Yeah, so this is the summit right here. There's a lot of places that are the same height. That rock formation over there might be a little bit taller, I can't tell. Still see Jed Johnson Lake. You can see the tower. I can see Eagle Mountain. I can see Cache. I can even see Chattanooga on the horizon back there. Yeah, views. You can see where all this just burned at one time. And I can see all the trees. Just crazy. Well, it's starting to gradually come down Poko Mountain. There's the fence down there. Okay, so I'm still on the right side of it. Okay, I see it. I just haven't seen it the entire hike. All right, that makes me feel better. I was hoping I didn't wander onto refuge property or something. Okay, so I'm going to continue on down and come around the back side of this little peak and then head towards Tarbone and probably just end up going along the bottom of it and down. I don't see how I'm going to be able to get to the top. We'll see. And the camp is down there. That's where I'm parked at, and that's where I started. All right. I think I'll go, yeah, down this way. All right, just trying to figure out which way we're going to go down. Let's see. It's pretty steep right here, but definitely negotiable. It's the quick way down. I can promise you, if you come out here when it's between 65 and probably 85, this area is probably loaded with rattlesnakes. This looks like perfect denning area. You can see the grass is kind of pushed down in some areas, and there's a lot of cracks and crevices. I bet you this is a loaded area on a warm day. I'm kind of glad that it's not as hot today because I'm not out looking for rattlesnakes. I'm out hiking today. When I'm out looking for them, I'm in a different mode. I've got my protection on my legs, stuff like that. That's not the case today, so. So I looked at my tracker and I actually miscounted by an hour, so I actually have like 15 minutes left before I hit my deadline and I have to turn around. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the bottom of this draw, and I'm just going to cut to the right and head back. I'll have to save Tarbone for another day, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't even know if I can get to the top of it. I'll probably be stopped by the refuge boundary fence, but just have to wait and see. Come out here again sometime. I don't know if I'll make it again here in the spring or not. It's starting to get pretty warm. I'm just lucky to have an off day today. This is pretty rare for this time of the year. This is probably the last time it's going to be this chilly. The only other time you really want to try that is when it's rainy. At least that's the only times I'll try it, when it's past April or so. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make my way down and start heading back to camp. Yeah, so this is a little unnamed peak here, but it looks to be about 2,000 feet, like some of the others. So I'm going to do some research and see if that actually is a named peak or not. It may just be an offshoot of Poko Mountain or Tarbone. I don't know. Either way, though, it's pretty steep. This has waterfall potential here. It's a trickle now, but I bet you catch it after a rain. It's impressive. This has the potential to be one of the best waterfalls in the Wichitas right here. It's trickling right now, nothing much, but man, I am definitely going to come back out here after a good rain. This would be impressive. You can see where it's cut away in the middle, and it probably flows pretty good there. Probably about 90% of the way down from Poko Mountain. I'm trying to follow a few game trails, but mostly it's just been a lot of bushwhacking, which really isn't too bad this time of year. A lot of bushwhacking and stuff like that. I should be getting back to one of the roads here shortly, and then I can get back to the camp within about 10-15 minutes. Been a pretty good hike, you know, really uneventful. I did see some elk from real far away, but other than that, really the goal of this hike was to summit Mount Sheridan, which I did. So I hit my primary goal, bucket list climb as I call it, and pretty excited about that. Find my way back to the road. Oh, I'm close. Gotta go around this. Anyway, almost back. So there's Poko Mountain. I walked the entire length of that. Didn't seem like it was that long from up there. And I stopped right before that peak. So I'm back to this road. Should have roads the rest of the way. This should link up with the one where the water was going over. And of course Mount Sheridan, which I was up there an hour and a half ago now. Nice cool breeze, feels good out here. Alright, so this is what I did. I came across here and I went up that saddle over to the summit of Mount Sheridan and came back down, went across that, which is just an offshoot of Mount Sheridan, came back down, went all the way along Poko Mountain, and then I dropped down that draw right there before I got to this unnamed peak. And there's Tarbone Mountain right there. So originally I wanted to go all the way along, but like I said, didn't make it that far. I have to come out another day and see how high up I can get Tarbone. So an excellent hike, done about 7 miles so far, but I walked that entire ridge. Really did not seem like that much from up there. No way to do this without getting real wet. Well, I'm at the end of the hike, so it doesn't matter. Made it. Alright, so I'm coming up to the end of the hike. Pretty good hike. About 8 miles, 3.5 hours. I'd say the most elevation gain was probably right there on Sheridan. That was about 900 feet from bottom to all the way to the actual summit. That's where most of it was gained right there. And the rest of them I just kind of walked the ridges. Anyway, it was a great day for hiking. The weather, the rain held off for me. Looks like it's starting to move in now. But another beautiful day in the Wichitas.